Hello everyone, I am Kim from Yesterday's Tomorrows, and join me today while I make a vintage inspired shabby chic angel DIY project, which is perfect for adding nostalgia touch to your holiday decorations. Now I'm using an iFlex wooden frame, which I purchased on All Paint Products, and I am painting it in Paint Couture's paint called, one of my favorites, called Italian Ivory, which is an antique white color. Now, all the colors that I'm using today in Paint Couture, I do have in a Yesterday's Tomorrow's kit, which you can find on All Paint Products under Paint Couture. And every single color that you will see me using today will be in that kit. And I will put all the details in the description below, where you can find everything that I'm using today. So one of the colors in the kit is called Vera at the Ballet, and it's such a pretty vintagey pink color. So right now there's little round, they almost remind me of little rosebuds in the frame, and that's where I'm applying the Vera at the Ballet, the pink color that you see right there. And after I put that on, I'm using another one of my favorites that you can find in the kit, which is called Autumn Sage. Autumn Sage is a very, very pretty green, and it's another very vintagey green color. And I'm putting it on parts of the frame that to me almost looks like some leaves coming out of on the frame. So that's where I'm going to be putting the green, and I'm just going to be applying it. I have a very, very small little artist brush that I'm applying it to. And when you're doing this, you just you don't want to go too heavy-handed, because I'm also going to be applying a glaze, and I want to make sure the glaze can get into all the nooks and crannies, so you can see the very, very ornate details that's in this frame. All right, so we're just applying the green, and after I apply the green over this, now we're going to put another color over this. Another one of my favorites that's in the Yesterday's Tomorrow's kit, and it's one of my absolute top favorites, called Vintage Lace. And that's what we're going to be applying all on top of this, and it's going to tie it all together to give it the vintagey look that I'm trying to achieve in this frame. Now I'm only going to put one coat of the vintage lace, but first I am going to be putting Van Dyke glaze over the whole thing first. And there we go, I'm putting it on with a little teeny artist brush, and this is what I was talking about before, that I want to make sure I can get that in all the nooks and crannies to bring out all the beautiful details in the frame. So just take the little artist brush and go around, and make sure that you're drying it before you put the vintage lace over your Van Dyke glaze, or otherwise the vintage lace, it's called like muddling, and then the two colors will go into each other and you won't get the full effect of the vintage lace. All right, so now I'm just still taking the Van Dyke glaze and putting it all in nooks and crannies. Now I like to take a paper towel when I first apply it to wipe it back, and then if I'm finding that it's a little bit too dark in some of the nooks and crannies, I will take a baby wipe, and then the baby wipe will get it out a little bit better, easier for you in the nooks and crannies. But for right now, it's looking like the paper towel is doing its job. But if you find that you want to take off a little bit more, then you want to use the baby wipe, because the baby wipe has a little bit of moisture on it, a little wetness, and it'll take back a little bit more of the glaze when you apply it. So this is one of their beautiful glazes from Paint Couture. It's called Van Dyke glaze. It is one of my faves, and that also is in the Yesterday's Tomorrow's kit. These are my to-go-tos when I'm doing projects. Not to say that I don't use any of the other ones that from Paint Couture, but those are my favorites. And look how pretty that looks. Now, even if I did nothing else to it, it still looks pretty. But of course, I have to add the Paint Couture vintage lace, and this is going to give it a little bit of shimmer also. The vintage lace has a very light beige shimmer to it, and it's not covering up the color. It's sheer. The vintage lace is sheer. If you wanted to use it as a a regular paint, you would have to add two or three coats to get full coverage. But while I'm doing it on the frame and I'm just going over the green and the Vera at the Ballet pink, I'm just putting one coat over it, and I want it to be sheer so I still see the green and the pink showing through. And it just gives it such a pretty shimmer when it's all finished. All right, so now we're drying it, and then we're going to start putting our beautiful angel inside the frame. So the decoupage paper that I'm going to be using today is by AB Studios, and it's called Angel Cards. So you just pick out one of the beautiful angels in there. They're all gorgeous. I had a hard time picking out which one to choose, but that's the one I'm going to pick today. Isn't she so pretty? And then, of course, I need to make the angel sparkle a little bit. So I'm going to be using the Paint Couture German glass glitter to make her wings sparkle. So what I did, I just took some cardstock. If you see that white piece of paper that I cut out, that's cardstock that I will be decoupaging the angel paper to, because when I glue gun the angel to the back, I want a little stiffer surface to apply it on, not just the rice paper on the back. So now I'm just taking my little thingamajigger just to get out all the if there's any creases, any air bubbles out. And there she is. All right, so there's the German glass glitter, and I used the one in sheer, and that's just going to make her wings sparkle. So I'm just taking a little bit of the decoupage medium. Decoupage medium you can always also find in the kit. All right, and then I'm just using the decoupage medium for her wings, and then I'm just taking my fingers and sprinkling on the German glass glitter. Like I said, the one I'm using today is sheer. There's silver and blue and green, but the sheer just is going to give her wings a sparkle. And I just thought that would be really super, super duper pretty. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but her wings really do shimmer. All right, so now we're going to stick the beautiful angel to the back of the frame, and I'm just using a glue gun. And let's see, there we go. My glue gun was giving me a little bit of a hard time there. All right, and then I'm just gonna stick her on there. Let's see, make sure she's positioned the right way, and she's looking pretty good. And that is all there is to it. Add a little bit more in the corners just to make sure that that stays. And that's pretty much, she's ready to go. And doesn't she look beautiful? Oh my gosh, I'm in love. You can add a little bit of a beautiful ribbon on the top to hang it, or just place it in a vignette. But she's ready to go for your holiday. Hope you enjoy this video. Thank you.